Today we're talking about the gay agenda and the L.G.B.T.Q.P in the New World Order and what they're doing. Why are they part of it? You see, well, um, basically, the L.G.B.T.Q. and P and the New World Order, the gays are basically trying to undermine your society and go back to what they want it to be, and they get into your schools and they want to indoctrinate your children, and the P in it stands for pedophile. That now you'll be a pedophobe if you dare to stand up for a child who's going to be sexually molested or mishandled by a pedophile. They're right in there with the gay agenda. The man, how's that go again? Man, boy, something association. Anyway, they intend to undermine your governments. They get into your governments and become politicians and make more rights for gay people. And you think that's not, oh well, they're gay and that's that. Well, they intend to undermine the churches and undermine, it's like when they sued the guy over the cake, where he just wouldn't make a cake for them because he was Christian and he didn't believe, because of the book of Leviticus, where it tells that it's an abomination in God's eyes. A man should not lay with another man. A woman should not lay with another woman, because it's an abomination and God doesn't like it. So they don't like God. So they weren't really suing them for not making a cake. They were suing them for being Christian and following their Christian beliefs. So they're trying to undermine your churches and get into positions of power in your churches, like becoming the pastor, and then misleading you and taking you the wrong way, away from God, and misleading you that it's okay to do those things, even though the Bible says it's wrong and that you shouldn't do it, And people are going to look at this video and say, oh, he's a homophobe and he's this and that, Well, before I was a Christian, I had a few bisexual girlfriends, and I got to really see what they were, and that they were really into the satanic cult, And I even had my ex-girlfriend who was a bisexual who was going to kill me, and the RCMP had to come and tell me that I was in a 3-way relationship and I had no idea what was going on, and I was going to get killed, And I was like, holy smokes, is that true? They're going to murder me? And he said, yes. He said, they're going to kill you if you don't get away from them. So I had to get away, And I had no idea she was bisexual until the very end of the relationship. We hid it the whole time because I was a straight white guy that had money. I was growing medical cannabis at the time, and I was making lots of money. So she just wanted the money. She was going to murder me to get it, And I'll tell you, it's not a very good thing, These people, they intend no other way through the indoctrination of your children in the school system now with sexual education, and back in the late 80s and the 90s, it just started out as sex ed, and they taught your kids normal sex between a man and a woman and how to do it safely and this and that, and how to put on a condom and with a banana and that sort of thing. Well, now it's just turned around and become how to bend your kid over and how to put your penis in your bum and how to do this and how to do that in a homosexual way, and it's okay to be transgendered and all this sort of stuff. And that's what the T stands for in the LGBTQ, is transgendered. And they want to make your children gay because, well, they have pedophiles that want your children in their groups, So as parents, you have to stand up and say, no, this is not good, and we don't want this in our schools, We don't want our kids to be indoctrinated into homosexuality at an early age. And you wonder, you don't see these things like when we were kids. I'm 44 years old, and you didn't really see more than no gay kids in the school. But now you see all these kids who are gay in the high schools. By the time they get out of grade school, they figure it's okay because they allow the boys to wear dresses now, and girls' clothes and girls' toys, and it's okay to be girlish, when it's really not okay. But they're brainwashing your children. That's what they're doing. They're getting in there with their special agenda, and they're brainwashing your children. And that's their whole goal, is to get to your children and make the world gay and have a gay world under the New World Order. And they so easily follow New World Order. And in World War II, the New World Order was the Nazis, and that's where the New World Order eventually started out of. Was out of the Nazi movement, was part of it. It was all funded by the Rothschilds and things. But They used to run around. They were called the brown shirts, and they seized Christians' Bibles and burned them in piles. And anyone who was a Christian who tried to save the Jews from the concentration camps and hide Jews, well, they hauled them away and put them into concentration camps themselves and killed them. So when the FEMA camps open, and it's open to everyone, the homosexuals will be some of the first people that turn you into the New World Order, and the devout homosexuals will not be coming to the church, and saying, "I'll forgive you of my sins and I'll change from being gay, and I'll become a Christian and I'll follow God." They're going to be the first ones to turn you in, for whatever they can get. Oh, there's a Christian over there. Go get him. And they'll take your house, they'll take your car, they'll take everything you have, and give it to them as a prize, as a gift, just for turning you in. So, when you're looking at this agenda, what they're pushing, in the public schools and things, and Christian schools and things, they're like, if you don't teach the gay agenda, we're going to cut your funding from the government. If you teach certain passages of the Bible, we're going to cut your funding from the government. So they can't teach them the book of Leviticus because they'll say it's a homophobic book. You see, and you can't do that anymore. But truthfully, it's all a conspiracy to shut down the churches and get rid of Christianity as a whole. And that's the gay agenda, is to install their agendas above everyone else's, and get more rights for them than anyone else until they take over everything. And they're in the government now. There are politicians who are gay, and social workers and psychologists, and they just get right in there, and they work for mental health, they work for the hospitals, they work for social services, and they work at the Boys and Girls Clubs and stuff like that with your kids, and they push their agenda on your children, where children just need to go to school, learn reading, writing, and arithmetic, and math and science and things like that, so that they can get a job in life. They don't need all this sexual stuff pushed on them at such an early age when they're so susceptible, and truthfully, they don't need it. They just need to play with their toys and go to school and learn. And that's all they need, because when they grow up, they have to get a job and work. They don't have to, have sex with everyone. I mean, God meant for you to have sex as one man and one woman, and be married and have children and settle down and have a life together. And the gay people are going to watch this video and go, "Oh, he's totally homophobic. He's bashing us. He's gay bashing," and all this stuff. But I'm really not gay bashing. I'm just telling you what their plans are, and it's not good. It's not good for the normal everyday family. It's not good for your children. I mean, children just need to be children and play and have a good time. They don't need all these agendas and things pushed on them, and that's just not good, and that's my opinion on the whole thing, is that your children just need to grow up and be children, so they can be the next doctor and the next lawyer and the next judge and the next politician and the next carpenter and those sorts of things, and concrete mixer or big truck driver, and those are the things we want our children to grow up to do. We don't want our children to grow up and join some big gay agenda to overthrow us. That's just not what we want, do we? We just want our children to be a normal, active member of society. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about here. I don't mean to sound like homophobic, as they're going to say, or pedophobe, But pedophiles are bad, They've always been illegal. Having sex with children is wrong. You shouldn't be allowed to have sex with children, but that's what the gay agenda is getting behind, is that they want to be able to have sex with your 5-year-old, your 4-year-old, your 2-year-old, your baby, and to get away with it through the gay agenda and the New World Order. And they easily join it because they're Satanists anyway. They don't follow God, and that's a sad thing for them, And it's not that God hates people because they're homosexuals. God hates the act of homosexuality, and He just wants you to stop. And you can be forgiven if you're gay, for being gay, and you can move on. But you can't be gay and be a Christian and go run a church and have sex with men, or if you're a woman, have sex with women, because that's an abomination in God's eyes. He doesn't want that. It's wrong. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about, and you all have a good day. Bye-bye.